So let's talk about money relationship, because I think no matter what we talk about here today, probably this is the most important slide. I want you to put in the chat that sentence that pops up when you think about money. Like I put 2 on the screen: money doesn't grow on trees, hard work equals money. Let's see, what are those thoughts that you think that automatically pops up in your head? And while you guys are typing it, I'm going to answer Bridget's question. Bridget, take the full amount of money you made last year and divide it by 2,080. And that is your hourly rate. Scared to lose it once I made it. Yep. So who was that? Macy. So if you knew how to make, let's say it's $50,000. If you know how to make $50,000 this year, would you know how to make it next year? If you know how to make it once, you always know how to make it. It's just like swimming, right? So don't let that little monkey talk to you, because unless you lose your mind, right? Like you already know what it takes because you already done it. So forget about that. Never worry about that again. If you know how to do it once, you know how to do it again. Money is freedom. Good job, Nicole. You have a great relationship with money. Jennifer says stressful. So we have to figure out why, right? What do I do with it now that I have it? Deborah, yes. So that's the next step, is figuring out what to do with the money. And nobody teaches that, right? We're going to cover a few of those today. Money is freedom. Melissa, good relationship with money. Need to make more, save it, don't want to spend. Okay. So Jacqueline, we're gonna work on that, because you have to spend money to make money. I'm sure you heard that saying, right? Spend money to make money. And you have to spend it on investments, good spend, right? Good debt, not bad debt. We're not going to go buy a Louis Vuitton purse unless you literally have absolutely nothing else you can think of to do with $5,000. And you will get to that point where you can treat yourself, but not until you have your investments and you have your retirement and you have your securities, right? What do I do with it? We talked about that. We talked about freedom. I'm going the wrong direction. Don't save it. We're going to talk about that in a minute. 280 hourly rate. Good job, Bridget. Scared to be broke. Oh, me too, Anna. I will never be broke again. And we are going to, right, Christy?
Yep.
Never be broke again. And that's the thing. If you learn once how to make money, then don't let that little monkey talk to you, because you know how to make it again. It's just that little monkey, we have to shut it up. It's an argue topic. Yes. So Christine, it's also super important to have your partner and be kind of on the same page. And by the same page, I mean, Dwayne and I aren't necessarily on the same page, meaning I did all the research and I figured out that, hey, we have a problem. And I said, I'm going to go do all the studying. And Dwayne said, honey, you go, you do you, boo, right? I trust you. After you've done the research, I trust you. We'll do whatever you say, right? So he's supportive of the learning that I did to get us out of the situation. And then he just nodded his head on it, because he didn't want to put the time in to do the studying. And nor should he. Why? Between the two of us, if one of us have it figured out, the other just does trust it, right? You will have to get to that situation with your partner to make sure that it's not an argue topic anymore, right? Money goes fast. How do I save it? Okay, Bridget, we're not going to save it. We're going to invest it. And money that has no speed, by the way. If you make it fast, I hope you call it fast because you make it fast, right? This is a sport for the rest of your life. Like if you're running a marathon and continuously running a marathon, because you're never going to wake up and be like, I guess I made it in this life, right? Maybe you do. I probably won't. So for me, it's a continuous learning, because I always look at every level of like, ooh, if I can do this, then what else can I do? Ooh, if I can do that, then what else can I do, right? So for me, the learning will never stop. I feel like I don't understand it like I should. Me too. And that's why we're learning. Don't want to work my life away to make money. I totally agree with you. That's why we are using active income until you make so much in active income, share it, that you can invest it, and then your money starts making you money. Then you no longer have to work that much. Makes sense? So for a while, we have to work a lot. After that, we're going to turn that money into investments, and then turn those investments reoccurring, and you will not have to work ever again when you get to that point. Like I should, okay, don't want to work my life away. We did that. My husband and I are opposite when it comes to money. I save it and he spends it like it's growing on trees, but he doesn't, let's see, doesn't understand investment and gets very negative with me. So, Macy, we used to be like that. Dwayne is a spender. I am not a spender. I don't enjoy online shopping. I don't have patience for that. I don't tend to like to spend money. It doesn't make me feel good. I like to make it, right? So where Dwayne will go and come home with a 58-inch TV back in the day when we were broke and I couldn't afford groceries, right? So what I want you to take a look at, you do have to have a good old conversation with each other. I did make him turn the fishing pole back take it back to the store when we had no money, and he bought a $700 fishing pole, right? And I was like, honey, I can afford groceries and you're buying fishing poles. Like, this is not going to work for us, right? Like, you're a grown up, get your thing together. We have kids to feed, right? So yeah, I think it's super important to have that relationship with your partner where you guys are somehow get to the same page. Now, if he loves being broke and you love making money, we do have a problem, right? You're going to have to sit down and figure out, okay, you're going to have to meet me halfway. I'm going to give you a budget. If spending money makes you feel good, here is the budget that you can spend, whatever that number is for you guys in a month. And above that, we have to discuss it, right? And you're only going to spend above and beyond investing, right? Or however you want to do that. But it is super important to find a partner.